No way. Am I already live? Then restream it is. I don't know if I'm being seen on Facebook or YouTube because it says I'm connected to both. Well, good morning. Good morning to all y'all. How's everybody doing today? I really don't care. I really don't care. But nah, on a more messed up note, did any of y'all hear about this? What was going on?
A horrific
Check this out.
tragedy that spans two has a mom facing murder charges, accused of killing her own young children. She turned herself into investigators this week, allegedly confessing to shooting her daughter and drowning her son.
She needs to be, whated right away. Smash on sight to this woman for real.
We're getting more details from Sheriff Dave Marshak. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. I'm going to tell you right now, right off the bat, that this is another tough story to get through. A 36-year-old woman turned herself into the Jefferson County authorities out in Missouri on Tuesday. That's the allegation. And this is after an alleged murder spree.
Bro, you couldn't just drop off your kids at the damn shelter. Like, you had to kill. I don't understand.
And who did she reportedly kill? Well, Ashley Parmalee apparently went to the Festus Police Department and told the officers there that she'd shot her daughter, identified as 9-year-old Scarlett Parmalee, and said the little girl was outside this woman in her car. Officers rushed
dead
out
off with her head for real.
It was too late. According to court documents, she was in the trunk of the SUV. But it doesn't end there. No, because Parmalee also told officers that her son, 2-year-old Isaac, was...
Man, this white chick is crazy, bro. Like, she needs to be killed, like smash on sight, like obliterated, like
also dead at another location. According to the probable cause statement, his body was found in the pool of a fountain at a resort. Authorities believe
where was the father at, man?
Drowned her son. Parmalee now faces first-degree murder and armed criminal action charges in 2 different counties because of where each child died. And with respect to Isaac specifically, the charge was upgraded from second-degree murder to first. To talk more about this, I want to bring in a special guest. I'm joined right now by the sheriff of Jefferson County, Dave Marshak, to talk more about this. Sheriff, first of all, thank you so much for coming here on Sidebar. Thank you so much for the work that you do, particularly with this kind of...
Bro. How does something like this happen, bro? Where was the father at? Where was the dad at? The dad had to have known this chick was crazy. You mean to tell me that everybody in their life cooked? You telling me that everybody in this person's life, even the kid's life, they didn't notice like one thing wrong with her? Leading up for 9 years, she didn't put no hands on this little girl. Took 9 years for her to put a killer? I mean, somebody knew something, bro. Somebody knew something that, or she was off for medicine or something, because you just don't do something for so long and then all of a sudden just start doing it. Like, this might have been going on and or something. They need to look into the father for real. They need to do some house cleaning as far as like getting her out of this world, man, for real.
Case. I know this can't be easy. It is unthinkable to kind of process what we're talking about here. What is your initial impressions of this case? And then we'll get more specifics.
Well, obviously, how the case unfolded was disturbing from the onset. I think for the officers who continue to investigate, they continue to be surprised at some of the evil that they're witnessing. And of course, our
That's
seasoned
pure evil.
investigators,
That's
they deal
pure
with
evil,
a
fool.
lot of violence, but at the same time, this was particularly disturbing for our people and continues. They're
For
very
our
passionate about
people.
this
what do you mean it's for
investigation and
the
getting to
world,
the
bro?
bottom of it.
Look at how
Can you
big a
talk to
stage
us
that
about
it's on, that
how
it's being
she showed up to
perceived on.
the station and what she said?
Well, when she arrived Tuesday morning, she parked in the parking lot in her vehicle, casually walked in, and approached the clerk. She was a little disheveled and some of her clothes were wet. But other than that, according to the video, when you look in it, just like a normal person walking into a business.
And what did she say?
Well, she approached the clerk first and shared that she had
Man, I
killed
would
her
have took
two
my gun out
children.
and bah,
The
do it
clerk
for you,
immediately
bro.
ran back to where a detective and another police supervisor were sitting and told them, that this person just walked into the lobby and claimed this. Now, from law enforcement circles, I don't want to say it's not uncommon, but because we deal with
Come on,
so
this
many
doesn't happen
people with
every day,
mental
bro. Come
health
on.
issues, it's not extremely out of the ordinary to have somebody come into your law enforcement lobby who has a mental health issue or mental health crisis. So I think there was probably some disbelief and questioning at first, but the officers, multiple officers, quickly exited, including a detective, and ran out there to talk to her and interview her to see what was going on.
Did she give any indication about why she did this?
No, and it's too early to talk about some of those things. Everybody always wants to know the motive. How could this be? Why would this person do these things? And we're careful not to speculate on that. And of course, we don't want to disrupt anything that the prosecutor may want to use later. And so we're
What
we're
are you
cautious
talking
about that.
about,
I
bro?
will
She
share
killed
with
her
you
kids.
that during the course of that interview, and with multiple officers, she did share that the daughter that she had shot was in the vehicle. And so one of the officers ran out to the vehicle to investigate, look in the vehicle, and saw the small child that had been shot. Immediately unlocked the doors and was able to remove the child, excuse me, into the parking lot and then start CPR. While the other officer, who happened to be a detective, started, making inquiries in terms of where the other child was, and that's
Man, that's
how
crazy.
other law enforcement agencies, including ours, received the information to immediately and urgently respond to that location to start investigating.
This is not an easy story to cover. No, it is absolutely.
Man, that's just sick, bro. You're telling me again, 9 years. That's how old her daughter is. 9 years. 9 years old. She ain't never had no type of other type of mental episodes where she put her hands on him. Man, you telling me, fam? I already know.
Backwards on a timeline from what we have right now.
Man, it's smash on sight for the Axel Rose looking biatch, man.
And we
For
do have
real.
some evidence that really kind of pinpoints it. A little
Guns and
after
Roses, bro. Put her
9:15 in
in
the
jail.
morning
Put him in jail.
is when the
Fucking
incident
chop her head
happens
off.
in St. Francis County, where we believe the 9-year-old daughter was shot. And we also have evidence to suggest that the boy was with him at the time. She arrived at the Festus police station a little over an hour later, but we also have evidence to um, put her in the area of Festus around 9:45 in the morning.
Do we know why Isaac was in that fountain of that resort? Was there any connection between this mother and that resort?
Again, the investigation is ongoing, and I think more pieces will fall into place later. I try not to talk about evidence necessarily, and of course, for the prosecution, but at the same time, there are some knowns because of the probable cause statements and the affidavits that have been completed by law enforcement. She is familiar with the area. She grew up in the area.
She
She
needs
might
to
have
be
had some
put to
different
sleep.
residences, but I think there's. I don't know that there's any specific reason she was at
She
that
gets to
particular
live
resort,
and her kids
other
are
than,
dead.
there is
Horrible.
from the
The way she
incident where
killed
the
him,
original
horrible. She
incident
needs to be
happened
out of
to the
there.
Festus police station. It's about
Death
halfway.
penalty, kill her in a couple days.
And what about her? Do we know about her
Chop off her
criminal
hands,
record, her
all that
past,
shit.
her history,
Chop
anything
off
like
her
that?
head, all that shit.
There's no major law enforcement indicators per se. The past has been some minor violations, but nothing significant that would have
That's
alerted
what I
law
wanted to get.
enforcement
That's
as
what
to
I
a
wanted to
potential
get
problem.
into.
Yeah, our understanding is, according to a probable cause statement, she pulled off the road near a lake or pond where she allegedly shot her daughter. There was video footage that showed a vehicle near that scene, and witnesses have
Can y'all do
reported
that real
hearing
quick for
gunshots
me?
from
And
the
this,
location. Have you had? Again, I know
please.
there's only so much you can talk about. I guess the question that people might be wondering, and if you could help clarify.
Man,
At this
that
point, are you
Axl Rose
confident, if you can
looking
tell us, was this
Guns N'
an
Roses.
isolated crime, and was she working by herself, or was there anybody else that might have been a part of this? Is there anybody else that does the community have to be concerned at this point?
Chop, chop, stop it.
No,
Saudi Arabian
absolutely not.
style.
Look,
Yep. We need to
Jefferson
chop her
County
up,
is a
man.
safe community. It's a
Put that
bedroom
cleaver right up in her
community
coochie,
to
bro.
St. Louis. As a matter of fact, in
We need to
2023,
burn
our
her. We need to burn her
homicide rate
alive.
was the lowest per capita in the entire St. Louis region. And so, particularly when you travel south
We need to
into
kill
the end of
that
our
Axl
county,
Rose
it
biatch.
tends to be more rural, even though it's considered the suburbs. And so, we continue to have a safe community. This is what I would classify as a isolated incident. For whatever
Really? Are not a
reason,
massacre?
the victims were specifically targeted, for lack of better terms. And we don't see this as being a danger to the rest of the community. In terms of the investigation, we're working backwards to get an accurate timeline. And that timeline will also dictate and let us know who she was with, who
You
she was
freaking
visiting
psychopath.
with the hours
You
and
killed
days
your kids. You're
preceding
going to
this.
hell.
So those interviews will be
Enjoy
conducted
your
to
last
shed
days.
some light in terms of the things that were preceding this event.
And obviously, there's only, I know you can't reveal what the conversations were, but just to confirm, was she interviewed by law enforcement, and was she
just going
open with
live
law
here.
enforcement,
I
or
put
did
all
she,
your stuff.
if you can tell us, decide to request a lawyer, and she didn't really say anything? If there's anything you could tell us, has she spoken to law enforcement about what happened here?
She's been interviewed by law enforcement, and prior to Miranda, she made several statements, right, including the one in which she reported that she had killed her two children. So, I don't know, based on the information that I have now, that there'll be any other interviews. I feel like the investigative process will play out from here with external interviews and the data collection of evidence to put things together.
I wanted to ask your perspective on something else, and I'll give everybody a little bit of background here. So Scarlett, let's talk about these kids for a second. So Scarlett was due to start fourth grade in August. Her third grade
The
teacher,
Restream?
Abby Tinnen, posted what is a heartbreaking message about the little girl's death on Facebook, including photos of her with the 9-year-old girl. She wrote, quote, "Scarlett was a kind, bubbly, caring, and spunky little girl. She was always the first to join me in classroom karaoke. We had the best time laughing, singing, dancing around the room. She loved telling and writing stories. She loved playing softball and talking about her little brother. She could carry on a conversation with just about anyone. At the end of the year, the award I chose for her was the Squirrel Award because of her ability to gather people up who needed a friend and make them feel included." And according to Tinnen's post, Scarlett had recently been baptized and was excited to share the news with her teacher and friends at school. And as for Isaac, Scarlett's half-brother, who again was just 2 years old, his father wrote on Facebook, "My whole heart was ripped out. Where do I find the pieces to put myself back together when the most precious part of me was taken?" The Missouri State Highway Patrol dive team came in to help find the little boy's body. I can't imagine, Sheriff, something like that. Law enforcement rallying together to try to find Isaac, but also the community and what effect this has.
Yeah, and just for a point of clarification, the 2-year-old child was quickly recovered on scene by a sheriff's deputy who immediately started life-saving measures from that fountain that you mentioned. We did ask the assistance of the Missouri State Highway Patrol dive team to potentially locate
All
any
right, that was my mom.
evidence
She just
near the
left for work.
shooting where it occurred in St. Francis
No,
County. So
that
just a
was
point
that
of
was my wife.
clarification there.
Yep.
In terms of the impact,
Again, I'm a stay-at-home
to
husband.
this community, she was
Let me pause this real quick. Again, I'm a stay-at-home husband, man. You know, things get hard. You know, we got to be here to support them. We got to make sure that they have our full support. So, you know how it goes. Huh? Love you. What happened? Woo. You know how we do it? You know how we stream it? 2 flags with no country. Yeah. Salute that. When a female earn money, then she leave. I don't know what that means, bro, but I'm gonna get back into this, bro.
in the community. Last night there was a candlelight vigil. She was expected to be playing softball over at some community fields, and hundreds of people turned out to mourn and hopefully start the recovery process. You know, I don't have any recommendations on what it takes for a community to recover from something like this, but it has impacted our community and certainly those families, and what a devastating tragedy that's happened.
Yeah, and separate GoFundMe pages have already raised several $1,000s to help go towards funeral expenses and anything else the family might.
That's crazy, man. That girl needs to be hanged. That she needs to be, for real. She needs to be put underneath the jail, like, for real, man. It's just crazy, bro. Oh yeah, so you remember how Rick Ross has these car shows or whatever? So apparently that shit was unorganized as fuck. Oh, freak. Organized as freak. Sorry about that. Organized as freak. I'm trying. Oh yeah, let me take this off. I'm using a new thing called Restream. It's pretty dope. I don't know exactly if I'm gonna see real quick before I get this right, because I plan on streaming for like 5 hours. Plan on giving y'all a 5-hour stream. Oh shoot, it is working. No shit. Okay, but then that's what we're gonna continue to do then. Why not? I just don't like that. That's all that I could add. Like, that's lame. That's all that I can add, bro. Lame. Dude, man, I'm gonna have to just get rid of this one too. But anyways, as long as it says it's showing on the Facebook, YouTube, I don't know. But anyway, so Rick Ross threw this big old car show. You know that one he always throws every year that it's probably like the 4th or 5th one the fat man had, but anyways, they say that everything at Rick Ross's car show was like unorganized. He didn't know how to even entertain the crowd. Everything was everywhere. People were getting into fights left and right. It was like freaking the Wild Wild West in his front yard. But I think he likes this stuff. I think because he's still appeased by that, by the people. you know, that's still the type of stuff that gets him off probably. Like, who knows? Who knows? But he is like so cool to have all the public around like that. Like, bro, you're bringing all this stuff to your doorstep. Like, you're bringing this to your house, bro. Like, why you want to do something like that? Like, I never understood that. Why they throw these big old events and they do it right up at the house. Like, why don't you just, I mean, go to, that's besides the point. But I'm gonna let y'all check this out for yourselves. You tell me what y'all think. Of course, you know, academics break it down, but we're keeping it a beam, we're keeping it moving. And we're keeping it us. We're keeping it us because that's the only thing that people are going to fall in love with. The real you. Who are you? What do you do? What do you say? Are you scared or you're just a hip artist that we just want to know about? Come on, man. We got to get with the program, fam. It's easy. This stuff is easy. This shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be difficult at all. But anyways, yeah, we're going to move along. So academics was breaking down the guy. You know how a lot of these rappers have a stake in hip hop still, or are actually able to make money because we're like, bro, we don't even see them in the latest like stuff with these musicians. Like, it's literally them making money off other ventures, like people with the alcohol, like how Diddy had Ciroc. He was basically the ambassador. And then Rick Ross even came out one year and said how Ciroc didn't pay him no money because he was an ambassador and never got paid. And Diddy didn't want to give him nothing but back shots. You know what I mean? Pause. Allegedly. But let's just check this out. Let's check this out real quick just because it's loading. And it's going to be up here. Oh, you idiots. Now we'll get into this. Shout out Versa the rapper, my brother.
Man, I'm so up, I got them lost. I squeeze the gym, fight like a boss. You making moves, better be quick. Down to my stomach, you make me sick. And I won't fall for none of your tricks. I will advance and make my way. And I don't care about what you say. Fuck all the music you about to make and all the trips you about to take. Boy, you don't see, we know you fake. They probably know that I ain't shit. They about to move and that's on bets. What did they say? That is not it. That is not me. I will not quit. I don't give a shit. Dimples the stiff. This is my job, kill you after the shift. They want me to lose. What can I do? Gotta stay true. Gotta stay mean. They don't like me, gang treat me like a redheaded stepchild.
Wake up, man. We're gonna do like a whole 5 hours, man. Get ready. This is a little warmer.
I bet they ain't another person doing it like me. Brother, see, brother, they need, brother, you know it ain't for free. I know these sequels are new pose, you know it's no loopholes. The boys looking at those, but they ain't no assholes. When we see what you doing it, we know you is not through it. They in and all and in lieu with it, they know they is consuming it. Hey consumer, since you're consuming all of these, try these, now ease up before you get the lemon squeeze up. And it's over, cause it's red juice splattered everywhere now. Looking like the kitchen full of ragu, it's here and now. No pasta, imposter, think you is the pasta deposit. If I'm not the man that you think, I don't need sequels or new pose. You know it's no loopholes. The boys looking at those, but they ain't no assholes. Wait a minute, we see what you doing it. We know you is not through it. They in and all and in lieu with it. They know they is
That's what took that long ass time. God damn. Stupid idiot. Nah, but that was crazy, right? Man, bullshit. But anyways, I think that's what I need to stop doing anyways. Either like the reviewing stuff and the playing of music. Like, I think that's only going to get me pushed further back because like we got to understand, like some of us, we don't own these beats, bro. Like some of us, we just like to get these beats real quick and we just want to download them. Like we just want to download them hoes real quick. And we ain't worried about whose it is. We just want to get that song out and get that song made sometimes. I'm just putting you in the mindset of like a starving artist. Like you're going to go over and beyond because it's like, you know what, this is all you got. And at the same time, it's like, what if you did make it hot? Because like could that be a wrong thing? Like if somebody just steals a beat, I mean, and that becomes hot, like whatever. I mean, it just blows the F up. Like, especially nowadays, bro, you do not need no studio, no nothing like that. But man, that's just crazy to me. It's just crazy how shit's changing, but it's changing for the better, I think, because it's time to weed out all the shit that we got too much of, man. Yeah. We're gonna need to stop that, man. There's a lot of it going on. When it gets oversaturated, bro. Come on, man. Like, okay, everybody wants to be the it, or everybody wants to be the go-to person, but bro, you got to start from somewhere. You can't just start jogging tomorrow and the next day you're gonna want to go to a freaking marathon, bro. It doesn't work like that. You got to work towards it, and not just think that every opportunity is gonna come to you, because it's not, bro. You got to literally get up and make your own opportunity. You got to be the opportunity. You got to be the one to set forth what you really want to do. And I know I just turned into Mr. Yappity, but I just don't know what else to do as far as content. So what I'm trying to do is just talk about what lies in the media. Of course, lies in the media, but what lies in the media, like our culture. I don't really talk about sports. So if you're here for sports, this ain't for you. Skip on through it. I don't talk about sports. I'm balling like an athlete, but I got no jumper. But yeah, it's a beautiful morning, man. Good morning, everybody, on this beautiful Monday morning. We made it another day, man. We made it another day. If you can say, hey, I woke up, I got to breathe some air, I got to blow some CBD, I got to see my mom, see my dad, see my girl, see whoever you with, man. Blessings, bro. That's all I'm saying. And this thing right here, it's like it doesn't push itself. I don't know, but yesterday, bro, I was making beats. I was a little high yesterday, making beats and just singing, just singing random stuff. Like that's how I know that I'm like, I like to do what I'm doing now, like as far as the country, because I really wasn't shifting gears into it, but now I'm going to start doing that. Like that's just a given. Like I'm gonna give this rapping stuff maybe 3 years more of my what I got to offer for it. And then after that, if nothing happens, then it's just gonna be nothing but country music, like heavy. But what's been going on, man? What's up with my chat right now? Don't tell me it's because of Restream that is doing this, or maybe because y'all just waking up. Y'all need to wipe the ganas out your eyes. I understand. Go ahead, do you? Wake up, wipe the ganas out your eyes, hit that subscribe, something like that. Some razzle dazzle stuff like that. But leave me a comment, bro. Let's spam some topics, please. Like Purdy, please. I'm begging you. I think it's too early for y'all MFers. I think it's too early because then by the time you see this, oh my God, Dex is live. Oh my God, tell everybody to get off their phones. Oh, whatever. And it's so crazy that the world is so opinionated now. Like everybody got an opinion about everything. Like everybody is like, I mean, and everybody's opinion, bro. It's an opinion, bro. Like if that, what does that tell you? If everything is opinion based now, then you shouldn't take so much stuff to heart, because it's just that person's opinion. It's not yours. It's not his. It's theirs. There's nothing that you can do to stop me for saying what I want to say now, because they're making platforms and you need a certain amount before you can live stream. But I'm saying, like, they're making platforms to do this. Like, so what I'm saying is that to all the rappers right now that are literally like stuck in this mode of, man, nah, I'm going to do this way. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to, like, you're stuck in your ways, bro, and you're feeding into your ego. That's just gonna lead you down to the right back where you started, bro. You got to literally break out of that shell, bro. Like, we want to see you for you, a real artist. It's not like the mystique is over. That Playboy Cardi stuff, it doesn't exist, bro. Because even him, he's a freaking liar, bro. He's been missing in action for like 4 years. Like, and then those weak ass drops that he got. Bro, Playboy Cardi, come on, fam. Garbage. But he had momentum. He had momentum. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's getting talked about, right? But it's done. That's done, bro. Like that mystique, that being mysterious shit. We don't want to see that, bro. That's not a real person. That this is strategically plotted out and planned out. We don't like that. We like the real. We like the organic. We like the essentials that give us that vibe and to give us that connection, bro. That's what you got to do, bro. That's what I'm trying to do right now. That's what I'm trying to convey right now to all of you. That's what I am doing. My mission. This is what this channel is about. It's going to show my mission from going from music to rapping to singing to making the own beats to videos to Hunger Mob to all this. Like, so, but I am the network. I am Dex TV. You want to make sure to do that for yourself. You don't want to have to worry about having somebody to depend on or because you don't want to be. I mean, this music game, this game is gonna let you down. I'm sorry. You're gonna get let down the first day, second. I mean, you're gonna get things aren't gonna go your way. Things ain't gonna go the way you want it to. Things are sometimes, but in the weirdest ways, and it's still gonna be like, nah, it's still not enough. Like, so that's why I think more so that's why I'm trying to get into the eyes of like rappers, local rappers, local singers, local musicians, local guitarists, now local content creators. How do we get part of the YouTube program? How are we able to go live like you? How are we able to do things? Bro, these are all the questions that I can answer, bro. Like, and it's just that simple, bro. But at the same time, you can see how I get down, like see how I make music, see how my music sounds are. And it's a trip, bro. It really is a trip. Good morning, everybody. I'm just saying hello. I just wanted to come say hello to you. Did you brush your teeth in the morning? Did you wipe your butt right? You don't have no little logs in there, do you? You better be wiping your butt right. I'm telling you right now. Nah, good morning. Wipe the ganyas out your eyes. Mexicans, you know what that means. If you know, you know. For the rest of yous, I'm sorry. But again, I'm about to stream for like the next 5 hours. So I really want y'all to get acquainted with me. If you're skipping this, cool, skip it. That means you're not real. If you skip this, then that means you're going to have bad luck for the next 5 years. Not me. I didn't say that. The YouTube God said that. So what are you doing with your life? Like, we are not making a cult. We aren't. This is not a cult. This is a conglomerate of people that have came together for a YouTube partnership to make the biggest noise that a big Mexican forehead like this can make for you. Now, what's up? What's up? What do we get into? This Restream, this is a new one. I'm probably gonna try out all of them, but I had the Evu mugs, I had the StreamYard, but this is Restream. They're really not. It's it's gonna get a bad review if it don't go past two. If it goes past 2 hours, I'll deal with all the little other quintessential bull crap that goes on. But if it does let me pass, if it does let me surpass 3 hours, then I'm gonna keep messing with Restream then. But I don't know, how was the experience for y'all? Because y'all just like left my chat and they just like are shutting down or something. Like I don't understand. My likes ain't even up. I don't even got one like. Y'all don't even like me one time. Damn, bro. There's 3 dots up top of here or something, bro. You just click it. It's so easy. That shit's free, bro. Damn, can't even do that shit for free. If I paid you, would you do it? Probably not. Probably come up with an excuse, right? Yeah. But I'm not even going to worry about it. I think the more that somebody addresses it, the more that YouTube's like, sir, like you can't do that. So we're just going to, hey, go this way, guys. Go watch this guy over here. He has a better rap video than this guy with the big forehead. Go check him out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's like I've been dealing with that all my life. It seems like there's always somebody bigger, always somebody badder, always somebody skinnier, always somebody smaller, always somebody taller, always somebody fatter, always somebody better at batting than you, better than doing your girl at you, better than bro. There's somebody out there that is better than you. And we got to come to terms with that. But as long as you're yourself and you be like, man, I'm going to be a damn hard act to follow. That's all that matters. Because in a group of 10 rappers, really one, maybe 2 are really going to see something. I mean, 1 in 10, I mean, maybe 2 in 10, maybe I might say. But when you have that undeniable content that you have, and then you have that discography where the old stuff that you've done is piled up so much to where it's like unmatched, that's when you know you are not just the average person. You have something to offer. That is the key that we all need to unlock. I'm trying to spit game, bro. If nobody's in the spit game, I'm gonna have to spit game, because again, they say, oh, the game is supposed to be sold but not told. But if I tell you something right now, would you do it? Or if I tell you that I know something, would you listen and act like maybe he does, or maybe he really doesn't, and that's why he's always failing. But let me tell you what, in order to see some kind of success, what are you gonna have to do? Think about it for a little bit. I'll come back to this when more people show up. What is the perfect remedy for success? Does anybody know? Is to fail. Fall again, get up, fall again, fall some more, fall harder, fall softer, fall. Because you're going to learn something. And enough with, me trying to be so positive. I shouldn't be so, wow, we need to be more, I say a lot. We need to be more inspirational. Like, guys, like, seriously, for real. We need to be more inspirational, for real. For real. But I'm tired of being like, I want to be a content creator, right? Of course. Like, why do I look like Shrek? Anyways, y'all like the trolling decks. Why? Like, I need to stop bringing him out sometimes, because sometimes I know I'll just like look in the camera and do some weird stuff. But I think y'all really like that guy, and I hate that guy. Like, that guy, he sucks, man, because he's always sweaty, because he's over talking and over yapping, and don't know how to shut up, but he's really ranting. Like, are these rants or are these like lives that we can all get used to and love and know, like in the future? Like, bro, you need to look up that Dex rant on freaking Monday, June 3rd. And at this time, this live stream, he went crazy. That boy went bananas. That boy went berserk. That boy went Goku on them boys. Super Saiyan. I'm about to dye my hair blonde. Sorry, do it in again. Switch. I did want to do like half of it, like XXX, but like since I'm a Drake fan, like I can't do that. I'm just kidding. RIP to XXX and Tashion. I just seen some videos too. Some more videos are actually coming out talking about XXX and Tashion. Some more videos have came out, and there were actually like real close-ups of the person that right after he died, like right after he was shot, they were just like there with I hadn't. I mean, if it had been out, I hadn't seen it. So me just describing it is something that is mind bending and mind boggling at that. Because I'm telling you, bro, like that man was before his time, and he literally like bridged this gap between like this rocker punk like of course there was people doing it, yeah, there was people doing it, but he made it like for me, I mean, looking into it, because like bro, I'm older than that fool, and he influenced me because I really wasn't tapped into the singing maybe just about like 6 or 7 years ago. So when I really hold in on the like the singing stuff, I would just play around with it. But now like a good, yeah, like 6 or 7 years ago, just like right around the time I started country, like that's when I started singing. So it's man, who cares? And who cares? Who gives a shit? Right? What does it all matter? If I ain't really, have I won a Grammy? No, I ain't done shit. What am I done? Please. And then this thing, please, if you can, it's free. Thank you. All right. Move on. Stop talking to yourself. Shut up. Right. Oh, dude, I would be so like, that would be so like cringe. Right. To be like arguing with yourself. Like, man, dude, like you really have no life. You really do not know what to do with your life. But I would tell somebody, eat a peripheral, you know what, and stay out of my descriptions, because what's in my script is in my script. What's in yours is in yours. Okay. But y'all need to wake up and wipe these little ganyas out your eyes. Wake up. Oh, hello. Wake up. Yeah, I'm waking up. Hey, Dex. Yeah. Wake up and learn how to subscribe sometimes. This is YouTube. I'm trying to make a living, guys. How am I going to make a living with just that? Ridiculous. My God, they sound like Mrs. Doubtfire. My God. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I think I got myself in a little bit of a pickle. They try to take this down. But no. I wasn't going to have that. No. I took it down all right because of how much hate was on it. There was just so much hate, it outweighed the good. And they say all publicity is good publicity, but this was bad. Like, it was just so much hatred for me, and let me have it. Like, it was crazy. But I told myself, no, Dex, do it again. Watch it again. Bring it to people's attention again. Just because you took something down doesn't mean that you can't bring it back up, or just because you worked on something that might be a little old, bring it back to light. Because why? People want to know the truth, and people want to know the real. Right? Everybody's always about that. Oh no, how real is this? How real is that? How real is this? Okay. My favorite Smash character, I don't have a favorite Smash character because they're all my favorites. I can't just like one. Just like I can't just like this person that everybody tries to put on me, and I'm sorry, I can't. And I will not.
Recently, SPM has found a resurgence in popularity due to TikTok trends. But do these Gen Z teenagers know that SPM is a convicted chester?
Please, everybody, just pay attention, okay? I know this time I'm going to stop the video before talking over him, so I have the option to do that. But now, if you want to clip this, this will be the time right now.
Currently.
And this is Famous Criminals. Shout out to Famous Criminals. I'm going to be tagging him in the description after this. So, yeah, that's how we go.
He's serving 45 years after getting caught pounding off in a hotel room with two 14-year-olds and getting a 13-year-old pregnant at the age of 22. This man...
Trigger warning. I'm so glad that we're deep in this video. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. There are going to be some SA PDF files stuff on here, okay? But we're going to be cautious this time, and we're going to make sure we do this thing right, and we're going to bring it to y'all's attention again because we're not going to shut up about it.
Has a child titillation record that would make Roman Polanski sick. SPM still gets 1.6 million Spotify plays per month after being locked up for over 21 years. But what if I told you he was way worse than expected? For those who don't know, SPM was an influential rapper in the late 90s and early 2000s, selling millions of records independently. He was actually signed to Universal in the year 2000. They were planning on putting a lot of money behind him to help him become a more commercial and mainstream rapper, but decided to step back since it became increasingly more likely that he would end up in prison. One of SPM's proteges was Baby Bash, and at first, Baby Bash said that SPM was innocent, but recently he's saying he doesn't know because SPM's paperwork has emerged.
Asked about like SPM and
yeah, they thought that we forgot that the paperwork exists, and they think that we forgot that he admitted in front of a grand jury that he picked her up from middle school. Let that sink in. A 30-something-year-old man picking up his girlfriend from a middle school. Where they do that at? Since when is that okay?
Those questions regarding that.
I think people assume that I'm like Mr. Dope House. Like I was, you know what I mean? Like I just know all the information and I was there every day. No, I wasn't around that. But you got to understand, I was doing music over there and working with everybody. But we were out hustling and people just think, oh, Baby Bash knows everything. No, I don't know everything. They asked me about the case. I'm like, look, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. If I did know, believe me, I'd make my fucking mark. And if anything happened like that, then he's the lowest piece of shit motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel about it. People always ask me, I don't know what he did. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So,
we can't just because we like his music. We can't put him in this, bro. It's horrible, bro.
It was originally believed that he had a one-night stand with the stripper who turned out to be 13.
Lie.
In actuality, it wasn't a one-night stand. He had seen her multiple times and even dropped her off at a middle school.
And trust me, if I were guilty of this shit, I would have took the 5 years. I'd have done 2.5 years and gone home.
I'm a liar.
But they were trying to tell me that I had to say I was guilty for something I didn't do. Now, I did have a kid with an underage girl. She lied about her age. I never dropped her off at no damn middle school or all this shit that they're talking about. That's all. You would have to be fucking crazy to be sitting there not giving a about getting an underage girl pregnant. That's suicide. Of course I thought she was of age.
Were you rapping at that time, or that was before you started rapping?
Hell no, I never knew I was going to be no rapper. I was 22 years old smoking fry. I was out of my mind. I was smoking fry, selling just.
That's
and
what
those who don't know what fry is, it's formaldehyde. But I will never ever regret my beautiful baby boy. Anyway,
he just gaslighted him. He just gaslighted himself, bro. And he straight made it okay. Did you hear him? He minimized what he did. He's like, but I would never ever regret my son. So you're making it okay in your head, dummy. Bro, the recidivism rate right now is like at an all-time high. It's like at 68%. Like most of these offenders that do this, they go back in because they do it again. It don't matter how long, like the time, it's just the percentage is too high, bro. I don't like that. Like he needs to stay in there for them 40 years.
I want to let the world know you can love me. I'm a motherfucking dog, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not the kind of dog that the state of Texas wants you to believe I am.
Around 7 women between the ages of 12 and 14 came forward and said that they had sexual relationships with Carlos Coy, more famously known as South Park Mexican.
7.
Sadly enough, SPM didn't take the trial seriously, showing up to court wearing baggy gym shorts and big t-shirts. The son he had with the 13-year-old was already...
Imagine all the girls that slipped away and slipped through and didn't want to say nothing and kept that secret for long periods of time. Imagine how many girls, other girls. That was just 7 that they caught, man.
7 at this point, and the mom only wanted child support. She wasn't trying to get him arrested for statutory rape. SPM could have avoided prison if he simply provided for his son. She successfully sued him for $28,000 in the year 2000. Then 2 years later, he would get convicted, mainly for getting her pregnant. Carlos was only supposed to serve 5 years, and the jury agreed that he knew how young she was and that he had seen her multiple times. This wasn't an honest mistake. If it was, he would have gotten a lighter sentence. This is a man who knew exactly what he was doing. He is undoubtedly attracted to children. To think he could actually beat this case when the mom is 20 and the kid is 7, proving without a doubt that he had sex with a 13-year-old. Before prison, SPM had a rough, mean, ruthless persona, and after being convicted, he talks in a higher-pitched voice, trying to seem as innocent as possible.
Have you ever seen through a window?
Carlos still claims this whole thing has been a conspiracy against him and that all his accusers are lying.
Time now passes in a state prison for Carlos Coy. He has served 6 of 45 years and sings a different song.
So he gets.
You know what it is to kiss your babies through a window, see your whole life pass through a window.
Carlos insists he was innocent of molesting his daughter's
Oh, I thought you were big
friend.
and bad.
Paternity tests do prove he fathered a child with a 14-year-old girl in a separate case.
They say all publicity is good publicity, but I think in this one matter...
And there's more to this case that people don't know. Multiple middle school age girls have told detailed stories about their encounters with Coy. Some of their parents even confirmed the relationship. 45 years seems like a lot at first, but then you remember he had 7 total accusers. His excuse that he mistaked a middle schooler for an adult might work once, but not 9 times. Police Department investigator Heidi Ruiz was quoted saying, "He's guilty. He's more guilty than any suspect I've ever worked with before." The youngest victim Carlos had was 9 years old. She was a friend of his daughter who was spending the night on Labor Day weekend. The 2 girls were playing cops and robbers and entertained themselves using a Barbie CD-ROM. Later in the night, the 2 girls were channel surfing, and Carlos came in the room wearing boxers and a t-shirt. He would put on Texas Chainsaw Massacre while touching his daughter's friend inappropriately. The 2 girls would be put to bed to catch a ride from their older sister. When confronted about how they ended up there, they were honest. There were also witnesses who spotted the young girls at the motel, and this was enough to get his bond revoked. The sentence isn't actually harsh at all. The courts knew that he impregnated a 13-year-old. This should be enough to scare him into not doing it again, but he would do it multiple times. Awaiting trial for molestation wasn't enough to stop him from having sex with a 14-year-old. And apparently he's eligible for parole next year, and this dude got married to a girl in her mid-20s while in prison. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if he started doing the same stuff when he gets out. Carlos has never taken accountability. I'd have more respect for him if he just came out and said, "I was a predator and I knowingly did these things." Admitting is the first step to recovery, just like with alcoholism, and he might not be granted parole if he keeps lying. And it's a shame because he made good music. In the mid-2000s, there was a Houston explosion, and his friend Baby Bash started getting mainstream recognition. SPM could have been a big part of that, but he decided that molesting children was more important than his career. Hopefully it's worth sitting in a box for over 20 years. Yeah, he fucked up. I'm out.
But one thing I've found over time is that sex offenders have one trait in common, and that is that they are all liars, and you are no exception to that rule. You have lied to your family, you have lied to this court, you have lied to this jury, you've lied to your audience every time you go out there with your positive message, knowing that your life is not as it should be. You have spent this court's time, this jury's time, trying to explain, trying to discount, trying to excuse your conduct. There is no excuse for your conduct. You have testified to this jury. I guess you believe this, that you are convinced that you are a victim of your own celebrity in this situation. That if you were a plumber or a doctor or a priest or anything else but a rapper, you wouldn't be in this situation. Well, the fact is that there is only one victim in this case, and it is a 9-year-old girl. Now, that is reality, and you need to deal with it. All people in this state, in this county, in this city, and in this courtroom are equal in the eyes of the law. You have received a fair trial, you've received due process, and the jury has spoken. And it's time for you to face the music. It is the order of this court that you be delivered to the Sheriff of Harris County and to the Director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division, where they will carry out the jury's verdict for 45 years, and a $10,000 fine will be given credit for your back time. See the bailiff.
He knows he messed up. That's some dirty ass shit though, bro. I don't know, man, but I think I got into a little bit too much. I'll be back on later. Go eat some cereal and burritos, something.